Hi, and welcome to Winvoice Online tutorials. Today, we're going to go and look at the View Invoice page. There are two main ways to get to the View Invoice page. The first way is Invoice, and then View Invoices. The other main way is Lab Status. Under Lab Status, you'll see there are, it will say Unshipped, Scheduled Today, Due Today, Misdue, Ship Today, Enter Today, Ship Cycle, Estimated cycle. When I click on Unshipped, what they'll do is it will show me the 9 invoices. It indicates 9 invoices and the dollar amount of those invoices. And once we're on the View Invoice page, you'll see that it has buttons at the top and at the bottom. Those buttons are just duplicated so that if you're at the very bottom of the page, you don't have to go all the way to the very top, or if you're at the top of the page, you have the buttons conveniently right there. We'll start with the button that says New and Edit. New will, of course, create a new invoice, just like Invoice, create invoice. And Edit, if you put a check mark next to one and then press the Edit button, it will tell you that you're editing the invoice and all the relevant information to editing or entering an invoice. And when you click Abort, it will take you back to the View Invoice screen that you were just on. If you have a check mark next to it and you press the button that says View, it'll view the invoice. This is different than editing. Certain things you can't make changes on, and the buttons at the bottom are different because it has, Print, Edit, Ship, Save and Ship, and Abort. And of course, we click Abort, it'll take us back to the screen. When you have an invoice checked and you click the button that says Shipped, it will come up, or press OK to ship, and you'll say OK. And you'll notice it will disappear from this list. And we go over here and we click on Ship Today. You'll notice now there are 2 invoices in here, where there was 1 before, and it updates the total after you change the page. We'll go back up here to Unshipped again. Delete, of course, when you delete an invoice, you put a check mark next to it, and you press Delete, and it'll give you a confirmation box that will say, are you sure you want to delete this invoice? Just like this. And you will want to say, OK. And that will get rid of that invoice. The Advanced button will take you into Advanced Viewing Options. Now, we'll start with the right side, and that is Search Types to Show. And basically, on the Search button, which is next to the Advanced button, these are the different search types by default that it will show you. And as you click on more of these, I'm going to go ahead and check mark all of them. So when we go to the search page, you'll see everything. It will show you all these different ways that you can search for invoices. Columns to show are basically, it will give you columns, the number of columns across the screen will increase. You don't want to do all of them because it becomes very confusing. But like if we say we want to put the operations next to it, and possibly we want to show the bill to as well as the ship to, and possibly the last station it was, and we click Continue, you'll see that it now has added these extra columns. If you click on Advanced again, you can get rid of those. Maybe you don't want the scheduled date, or the due date, or the bill to, or the tray, or you want to click Continue. And now you see it's a much more condensed list, and it has View, Edit, and Print as quick buttons over there that you can just press on for a particular invoice. Now when searching, basically the Lab Status is quick search options that will show you the indicated text there, either unshipped or scheduled today or due today. If we click on the Search button, you'll see it has a whole bunch of options because I turned them all on. But the very top one is, you'll see it says Only Unshipped Invoices. And when you select that, you can do either shipped or unshipped, which will show you all of your invoices, because if you have no other date filters, which is only limited to 500 on the screen by default under that Advanced screen, but you can limit it, you can do more. The more you do, the slower it's going to load, because that's a lot of information. So you can do like last 30 days and click Continue, and this will show you all the stuff that, all the work that has been done in the last 30 days, either created or shipped. We click on Search, we can do last 90 days, and you see it shows you more. If we leave it on Only Shipped Invoices, it would only show us the shipped invoices, but you need to put in some other type of filter. So what I'd recommend is going down here is you'll see all shipped dates, and you want to change this to maybe billing cycle shipped. And when you do that, it gives you another box out here that you can click the drop down arrow and you select 11/1 to 12/31, or 11/1 to 12/31 2011, and we'll click continue, and it will show you all the invoices shipped during that particular time frame. Another quick way to do that is you can click shipped cycle, and it shows everything's been shipped this billing cycle. But then when you click on search, you'll go down here, you'll notice it says 1/1/2012 to present. So you can again go back to any old billing cycle, and it will show you all the invoices from that billing cycle. Now let's go ahead and click on advanced. I just want to click reset defaults, and that clears out all this is the most common ones. So we click on continue, and it's still showing the same information because that's what we had before. But say I want to change these back to just unshipped invoices. The fastest way is to click unshipped under lab status, and then to go ahead and click search. You'll see it just has a more limited view of searching. You can put all sorts of combination search options in. It's best to do that if you're looking for a particular date range, like it was entered in one way and then shipped out another date. Okay, and then we have these other buttons at the bottom that are special as well. Of course, print. When you have an invoice selected and you press the print button, it will come up with a dialog box for printing at the bottom of my screen here, and it says open or save, and I want to go ahead and press open. And when I press open, what that does is that opens it up into an Acrobat window and looks something like this, just as an example. And then you would, from this screen, go ahead and go up to File and then Print. There's the special button next to it says Print Unshipped. What Print Unshipped will do is print every invoice that you have not printed that is unshipped. That's a quick way. If you enter in, say, like 5 invoices, you press that button, it will print those 5 invoices. Print Shipped is the same way. It will print every shipped invoice that has not been printed yet. So that means when you do that, if you say shipped out like say 15 cases and you wanted to print the invoices for them, you press Print Shipped, and it will print those cases. Print List will print the list of what's on the screen there. And then Reconcile is a special button that we have in there to where you can indicate cases as being reconciled. We'll go ahead and turn on Reconcile so we'll see it. Click Continue. Mainly it's for shipped cases. You'll see that there is an indicator right here, REC. I'll go ahead and go to Ship Cycle. What Reconcile does is you'll notice there's a couple there that are indicated as being reconciled. Reconciled means is that those cases have been paid for. Some doctors will pay for particular cases, and this is a way for you to track those cases, because you can come back up here to Advanced, and over on Search Types, Reconcile is already checked. It's one of our default options now. We'll click Continue, and we'll click on Search, and where it says either reconciled or not reconciled, we want only unreconciled invoices. So you'll see that it limits the list. I'm going to go ahead and put a check mark next to this one, and then I'm going to press Reconcile, or Sure to Reconcile, and then it disappears off the list. Because once it's reconciled, you no longer want to see it. Reconciling is one of the few options that you can do to previous billing cycles. Normally you can't edit you can't edit invoices in previous billing cycles, but say I want to go back to 2006 here, and there's one invoice in here that's not been reconciled. I'm going to reconcile it, and it's gone. That just means I can generate a list of unreconciled invoices for a particular doctor to say, here's the invoices you haven't paid. Well, that concludes the View Invoice screen. We'll be going into detail under viewing invoices in a later video. Have a good day, and look forward to seeing you next time.